So today I'm going to make pumpkin and ginger donuts. Not many people make donuts, they're surprisingly easy. Everyone loves a warm donut. This is a particularly good one for this time of year. Uses fresh pumpkin, lovely ginger, a bit more aromatic. And those are your key ingredients really. Here we've got some beautiful pumpkin, flour obviously, some spice, cinnamon, some milk, yeast, sugar and some rather potent ginger. So you just want to peel the pumpkin, chuck it into big chunks like that. Put it into the roasting tin, foil it and chuck it in the oven for about 40 minutes on 200 degrees. The most important thing with the donuts is the rise. This is where the rise begins. So the really crucial thing here is that you don't heat the milk too much. You want it to be just kind of above room temperature. Too hot and the yeast doesn't work. So that's 15 grams of yeast going into warm milk. What the yeast likes to nosh on is sugar. So you give it a little bit of sugar, that's a teaspoon of sugar, and a bit more of a whisk. And then you just leave it to do its thing. And in about 20 minutes, that should have a nice frothy top to it where it started to produce carbon dioxide. So once it's soft and roasted, you want to give the pumpkin a really good drain, put it into a bowl and mash it. I'm going to weigh out 500 grams or thereabouts. Save the rest for soup. So you put in your roasted mashed pumpkin, flour, cinnamon, a bit of salt, a beaten egg, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, sugar, not much sugar in this because there's a very sweet glaze. And lastly, our yeast mix. I'm just going to start by gently folding it together and then we're going to tip it out and knead it for a while to really activate the yeast. And what you need to do is just add enough flour so that it's not sticking to you or the table too much, but no more. The basic technique for kneading is it's a pull over with one hand and a push away with the heel of the other. So you basically know your dough's ready once it's reached that state of equilibrium, not taking any more flour. Then you turn it over, and if it pings back like that, it's ready. And you want to roll it out to a depth of a couple of centimetres. These are just going to go onto this tray, go somewhere warmish, and we'll leave them to rise for kind of 30 to 40 minutes. And all in all, it'll make about 20. And then the ginger is all in the glaze. We put 75 mils of milk into a pan and melt a tablespoon of butter into it. So 175 grams of icing sugar. And I use 2 kinds of ginger in this glaze, dried for a back note and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Must be extract, not essence. 75 grams of ginger. Just give it a little wash, don't peel it. Pick up the whole lot and just squeeze the juice in. And that is liquid gold. Once your donuts have had their rising time, put on enough oil so that you can deep fry them, which is about a litre and a bit, to a depth of about 2.5 to 3 centimetres. When it gets warmer and it starts to move a little more freely, we'll drop one in to test it, and then if it's there, we'll turn the temperature right down. These will take about 5 minutes all in. I'm just going to wait for these ones that have come out to cool down enough so that I can handle them and then dip them in the glaze. And job done. Pumpkin and ginger donuts, not as scary as you might have thought, and utterly noshable.